Mr. Transformers 96 here, in the video, and I'm going to be talking about some newly shown Marvel Legends figures. And this time it is the several 2-packs that we have coming up for the Marvel Legends kind of 80th anniversary sets, essentially. Although it's the 80th anniversary of Marvel, it's like just over the 10th anniversary of the Marvel Studios, the MCU. So we're getting more MCU packs. These were all shown at, I believe, New York Toy Fair was the first place to show them all. But now we have really good official images as well as their in-package looks, which not only just lets us see the figures, the final product of the figures, but we get to see all their accessories, which they actually come with more than we originally anticipated, which is quite neat. So starting off with this one, this is my least favorite out of all of them. The characters in it are good. It's World War II Captain America and Peggy Carter. Getting a Peggy Carter figure is quite neat, but both figures look a little plain to me. It's a really plain set. Nice packaging, but as you can see, face sculpts for Steve Rodgers are okay. I don't think they're great. They're pretty on par with some of the lower class ones that we've gotten recently. Certainly nothing like the 2-pack that came out with the Crossbones and Captain America, which had a stunning face sculpt. These are quite plain, but he does come with 2, which is cool. Comes with a helmet, 2 shields. I really like the one that he used like for promotional purposes when he was promoting the war, and also he wore it when he went in to save the soldiers. So that's a nice shield. The other one is his more like prototype version of the ones that the one that he wields the most, of course, just like the silver. But the silver looks really plain. It looks more like just a plain gray, so it looks really cheap. So it doesn't really hit the effect that they were going for, I think. He comes with a knife, a gun. Peggy Carter comes with a larger weapon. Which looks decent. Her figure looks okay. It's actually a decent sculpt, but she just looks a little plain. I don't know how else to say it. The head sculpt looks okay. I can see the resemblance, but it's not a great one. It's kind of on par with that Captain America one, but the costume is just decent. So yeah, overall, it's a nice idea for a 2-pack, but it's just a really plain 2-pack. And although I'm a fan of like the romance that they had in the films and how it ended up, I really love it. But figure wise, there's nothing interesting enough to purchase it. This is a really interesting one though. Here we have Surge and Hela from Thor Ragnarok. These figures come with a lot more than I expect them to come with, which is great. And with this one, you get one completely new figure and then one updated figure. So let's get into it. So as you can see with Surge here, he's the new figure. You get his 2 guns that he got from Texas. He's got his standard, kind of axe, and then interchangeable hands to wield both of those. So he comes with quite a nice amount of accessories. All the accessories that you could want for him. There's absolutely nothing else that you could want. And the figure itself looks really nice. I'm really liking the paint too. It has like a metallic shimmer to it, but it's kind of like lightly done. And it's a very dark blue, which I think looks really nice. With Hela, it's the same figure except you get 3 head sculpts. The original one came with 2 head sculpts already, but you get 3 with this one, and they're all different from the last one, which is really cool. There's the helmeted head where now she has an angry expression, unlike the last one, and then 2 unmasked heads, which is really neat. One of them is like really rough, kind of curly hair in front of her face, like when she just walked out of the portal, which I think is really cool. And then she comes with a bit of the energy, the Eternal Fire, I believe is what that one little energy piece is. And then she comes with another hand that's crushing Mjolnir, which is really cool. It's not typically when a figure comes with several heads, I know which one I'm going to display them with. It's just kind of obvious. But with this, I'm actually not sure. I really like all these head sculpts. I think that with my 2 Helas, my normal Hela and then the Hela from this 2-pack, I'll probably display one with this angry helmeted head and then one with the with this head, the one where she just walked out of the portal. I think those are the 2 coolest heads out of all 5 of them, I think. But yeah, this is a great looking 2-pack. Lots that you can do here, a lot of variety, which is very neat. Yeah, I really like that look. I think it's cool. That look with crushing the Mjolnir would be perfect. Very nice. And the sculpt on her is pretty decent too. I do like you get some green like veins coming out, which is quite neat. This is definitely my least favorite head sculpt out of all 5 of them though. It's a little plain, and I don't remember her hair looking like that, at least for any sort of majority of the film. But yeah, Surge is looking nice. Decent head sculpt too. It does represent the actor. Then we have the Infinity War pack with the Mark 50 and the Iron Spider-Man. This one looks really cool. I'm quite happy with some of the accessories that were shown here. But as you can see, he comes with the Iron Man figure. Definitely comes with some accessories, which like the Hot Toys one should have come with. But he comes with the little like pulsating pieces that can like hover behind him and shoot lasers. So he comes with that, which is neat. I think it's a little unnecessary to come with that one, to be honest. I think that's it's quite an expensive accessory to do, and it's not one that's 100% necessary in my opinion. But I still think it looks cool. He comes with those two kind of like claw cannons that he uses, which look really neat. He comes with a shield, which is my favorite one. I'm really excited about the shield. And then he comes with interchangeable hands, so he can have fists or repulsor blasts. And then the Spider-Man figure comes with the obviously his Iron Spider-Man suit, but with the claws finally, and a Tom Holland head sculpt. The Tom Holland head sculpt doesn't look great though. I definitely like an updated version of that. I don't think there's been any like fantastic Tom Holland head sculpts, to be honest, for Marvel Legends, so it's disappointing. But this will be my first one, so I'm glad about that. But this looks like a solid 2-pack. Again, two figures that we've had before, but with some major updates that were majorly needed. So I think it kind of makes it worth it. And then the last one we have the X-Cons Luis and Marvel's Ghost. So this is obviously an Ant-Man and Wasp 2-pack, which is quite cool. I'm a big Villains fan. We never got a Ghost figure, so I'm very excited for this Ghost figure. And it looks like a nice figure indeed. Really great detailing in her costume, looks wonderful. And then she comes with an integral head with a folded down hood, which is quite neat. And then you get a little ant, you get the building that's been shrunken, and then you get a Luis figure, which the head sculpt on Luis looks pretty good. But the figure itself looks a little odd. He looks really oddly proportioned, just the way that the suit's been cut. It looks like his torso is bigger than his arms, and he's got an odd look to him. And obviously, although I love Luis in the movie, I really do, he's a great character, he's not a character that lends himself to a figure. I don't really need a figure of him, although I enjoy him on screen. He's just not a character that then I'm like, oh, I gotta get a figure of him. So overall, this is a neat 2-pack. I'd be getting it just for Ghost, though. I hope I could get Ghost just by herself for cheaper online, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that are just like me, that are just looking for Ghost, so I think that she'll probably be expensive on her own. So I'll probably end up getting this 2-pack, not super needing the Luis figure, though. But the pack itself does look nice, and you get a decent amount of stuff with it. So overall, these look like great figures, to be honest. I think that there's some great 2-packs. I think that if I had to kind of rank the 2-packs, I'd put the Peggy, Carter, and Captain America one as the least good of them. They're kind of plain figures. The head sculpts aren't great, but I'd put the number 1 pack being the Thor Ragnarok one, considering you get a totally new figure that's pretty needed, and then you get some major updates on another one that is really good. You just get a whole lot with this set. And then next up, I'd probably put the Ant-Man and Wasp set with Luis and Ghost, just because you get 2 new figures basically. Although characters aren't super needed, there's still 2 new figures. And then third place, I'd put this Infinity War Mark 50 and Iron Spider-Man, because although they're great updates, they are just both updated figures. So you got some thoughts on these new 2-packs from the Marvel Legends series of movie figures. Let me know what you guys think of them, and thanks so much for watching.